Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed Artistry with Heart featuring Sofia Von Trapp, a dear friend of mine and an incredible internationally renowned musician that I had the great privilege of touring with for a few years. If you haven't already checked out the episode, go ahead and do so. You can find it wherever you get your podcasts, and then meet you back here. One takeaway that really leapt out at me in this episode was saying yes to what feels right. Sophie and her siblings had this really incredible opportunity to start touring internationally, totally on a fluke, right? I'll let you listen to the episode so you know the full story. The way that they came across music as young kids and teenagers and how it evolved into their lives is just such a beautiful example of when saying yes, you have no idea what incredible opportunities could open up to you. So definitely check out the episode so you can get the full story there. Another really great takeaway of this episode was this idea of following your intuition. Sophie has this practice that I'm totally going to incorporate into my own practice and performing and daily life, which is every morning breathing in and saying, what is my yes? And breathing out, what is my positive? And then she does the same exercise with breathing in and asking herself, what is my no? And then exhaling out what she needs to step away from. As per the first takeaway, that we can oftentimes just feel like we're supposed to say yes to everything without really checking in with ourselves and seeing if it aligns with our why. So I loved this practice because I'm definitely somebody that gets stuck in the weeds and have a hard time reading my own musical intuition and just personal intuition. But if I take a few moments to just take some deep breaths and ask myself some grounding questions, things really turn around. So that was super helpful for me. I love that Sophie took 8 years away from music and that she came back completely refreshed and recalibrated. I often feel so shameful if I have taken like a week off from practicing or if I'm not playing out as often as I used to. And I think a lot of people, for different life experiences feel like because they walked away from music for a period of time means it's totally over for the rest of the time. And I, love seeing Sophie now thriving in her producing and her songwriting and her performing all over the world still with Pink Martini, with Storm Large, with all these incredibly renowned musicians. Her just being able to step right back into it because she gave herself the space she needed to recalibrate and refresh herself. It's just amazing what we can do if we give ourselves space. Our critics can be so strong, right? And I think it's important when we hear something super strongly negative to ask ourselves, okay, what is the voice telling me? Is it true? And if it's not true or if it doesn't align with your why, then saying, okay, I accept you for what you are. I loved the idea of checking the voices inside my head because I have so many loud inner critics and so many of them might not be true. And how freaking amazing would that be, right? So thank you, Sophie, for the reminder to check the language in my head. I loved Sophie's reminder to listen to the voice of love and not fear. Something that I've been doing to help myself out is I know that a voice is coming from the voice of love if it sets me free and makes me feel liberated and open. I know that the voice might be coming from a place of fear if I feel locked up or like I'm in a straitjacket. Sophie is such an incredible songwriter, and her original Yellow Painted Sunrise paints this picture so clearly that change is so good for us and that we need to embrace change as it comes to us because we have no idea what kind of beautiful open doors could be swung open. She also makes it very clear that leaving the known for the unknown is scary and sad, but it also opens up so many beautiful opportunities that we never would have had otherwise. Thank you, Sophie, for this reminder that through music, the beautiful impact of change and how important it is to embrace change in our lives as it presents itself to us. Well, I'd love to hear your thoughts on Sophie's episode of Artistry with Heart. Definitely check out her on social media. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok. And stay tuned for her original album coming soon. You can also hear the Von Trapp's original music, Dancing in Gold, on all streaming platforms. I would love to hear about your musical journey and what you're going through these days. I had the great privilege of collaborating with Sophie on an original piece titled Rebirth. And I asked her after our episode if she would be open to producing this song, and she said yes. And so I am thrilled to announce that I'm releasing this single October 24th, 2024. And be able to find Rebirth wherever you stream your music. Here's a little clip from this last summer where her and I got to perform live at the Piano Push Play event in downtown Portland, Oregon.
Will be revealed, will be revealed. A journey of rebirth will be revealed, will be revealed. Hold on, now let go.
Sophie makes every musical experience better, and it was such a gift to collaborate with her. Thank you, Sophie. You are amazing.